You have raised a very vital question. All thanks we pose it to the God who created us, and our concern, our prayers, they are all to Him. Since when I came into the office as the Executive Chairman, Internal Revenue Services of Katsina State, I came in with a vision and a mission, and I thank God my vision, it even rhymed with the thinking of His Excellency the Executive Governor of Katsina State by putting this 40 billion as a projected internally generated revenue for the year 2024. One of my vision is to see that not only the 40 billion being embedded in the budget, but to generate IGR, which will even cover the recurrent expenditure of the state. How will I do it? That is a question. The first step which I have already put in place is blocking the leakages, which we have started. How to block leakages? Leakages, they are in so many forms. Even by misinforming and misdirecting the taxpayer. By giving out your own account number for a taxpayer to make a payment of tax into a government corpus instead of giving the account of the government is a leakage. Manual receipt is a leakage, because we have seen it time without number where some people printed their own personal receipts. The observation, or the observation of even the tax clearance certificate by the Act of PITA. When I say PITA, Personal Income Tax Act, Section 85 to 86, it has said that each and every organization, either business or organization or banks, before they can transact any business with anybody, they must demand for the tax clearance certificate and verify it. So all these ones, they are part of my own vision. And the last one of them is to see how I can widen the scope of our tax net. When I say tax net, it means the little people we are having who are paying tax now to the Katsina State government. Our vision is to see that we multiply them maybe in the multiples of thousands. What we intend to do is, as at now presently what is in place, about 70% is pay as you earn. That one is very easy, it's effortless. It's deduct at source. Before you pay somebody's salary, you deduct the tax. But our intention now, or what we have even started doing, we started with aggressive campaign by sensitizing and enlightening the taxpayers on the need for them to pay even the tax. You need to convince and get the buy-in of a taxpayer. By doing so, that is when somebody will come voluntarily to pay the tax without enforcement. And His Excellency, the Executive Governor of the state, he really assisted us. How? By the program he has come up with. The Community Watch, the employment or the engagement of over 70,000 staffs, the intention of even engaging more than 40 staff on a scholarship to go and study medicine, either in Egypt or in Sudan. All this His Excellency is doing. He's backing us, he's giving us support to go out and tell people why they should pay their tax. The area where we intend to hammer first is bringing the informal sector into our tax net. Take for instance the markets, the grains area, the cattle, and what I feel that we have in the state. Go around Katsina State, you will see a lot of departmental stores, a lot of supermarkets, a lot of activities going in and out. It will surprise you if you see the little amount they are giving as tax. So what we intend to do as time goes on is to, in fact, I have already created enforcement and compliance group in the service here. And the intention is to make a collaboration with Ministry of Commerce, Education, and some other stakeholders with the purpose or the intent of going out to see how we can monitor those defaulters or those people who have not paid or those people who have not paid the right amount. I believe By the time when we put all this in, all this our intention, we put it into action. By God's grace, you will see us generating more than even the 40 billion. But the only thing is, we are soliciting the assistance of even the taxpayers to come out voluntarily and pay their tax. And on our own side, we have already put it as part of our own motive, the intention. In fact, is going to be in our core value now, the integrity and accountability of the process. They should be rest assured, let them give us their money. Their money will be in the government coffers. It will not be in our pocket. And I will use this opportunity again to send it just like an enlightenment, that whoever comes to them with his personal account to pay tax into it, do not do it. Because if you do it, you are not paying that tax to the government. You are paying it to the individual. And you are not helping yourself. Because there is a paradigm shift now under my regime. We will be going from shop to shop, departmental store to departmental store, filling station to filling station, market to market. That is what we have already scheduled now. And we will be doing this one continuously. And by God's grace, we are going to sustain it. Because the issue is sustainability. We will do it. This is our vision. And we will make sure that we embedded it in our nation and bring it to become a reality.
Which is for those that refuse to pay their tax, which is the next level of action.
Okay, you see, when you talk of taxation, you are taking up law. We have a legal framework which guides even the issue of taxation. The first step is you should come and file your own claims for tax. You are the one to even come out and file it and say, this is the activities I have for the year, and this is what I have seen that I will pay as a tax. It's left to the service to agree with you, and it's left to the service to say, no, we are coming to make a fresh assessment. And when the service make a fresh assessment, if you agree with the tax, fine, you pay. If you didn't agree with the tax and there is a dispute, you can go to tribunal. And if the service push you to pay and you didn't pay, they can equally go to the tribunal. So there is so many ways. That is why I mentioned the voluntary. Voluntary is the best approach. And that is why whenever you are making a campaign for people to come out and pay tax, you should go for voluntary act. See how you can get their buy-in. See how you can convince them. See how you can simplify even the way. Through enlightenment. And even simplify the way how they will even pay the taxation. And you see, there is one point which I forgot to mention about the issue of generating 40 billion and above. You know, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of the state, in his own wisdom, he has already brought the concept of Treasury Single Account. And under that Treasury Single Account, we will now have an act which is Integrated Revenue Management System. That Integrated Revenue Management System, the idea is to integrate all the tax and non-tax of the state and local government. All of them will now be passing through Pay Direct. The issue of leakages there, 50% being blocked. So if you take only that act alone, I'm telling you, even if by September next year, if we didn't go to that 40 billion, we'll be approaching it by the assistance of God. So I don't have issue when I had the budget of the executive governor of 40 billion IGR. The only thing is he's giving us his maximum support on this issue. And what we are soliciting from the people is to give us their own maximum support also. Because we have a lot of things. If you look at Katsina State, believe you me, when I enter this system, they are not paying anything. 90% of the IGR in Katsina State is coming from PE. And you cannot tell me if you go inside Katsina town, you will not see a lot of departmental stores. I don't want to mention names. You see a lot of activities. Follow all the streets. Even the the business premises tax, 80% of them they don't pay. We have private schools. We have filling stations. We have pharmaceutical shops. We have departmentals. Mention so many numerous. So by the time one God in his own wisdom, he gave us protection and guidance, this enforcement and compliance group are put in place. If they set out, you will see the result. I bet you.
Vehicle registration is one of the sources of revenue for the state. Are vehicle owners in the state cooperating or complying in this respect?
Well, you see, human beings is very difficult. If there is anybody which you cannot predict, is human being. We did an enlightenment campaign, and by the grace of God, the executive governor also give a palliative of 50% rebate, that whoever comes within the month of September for vehicle license or plate numbers, he said they should pay 50% of the amount. And at the end of September, it was closed. What? We thank God. We have seen an impressive appearance. We have seen an impressive appearance. Even the IGR from that motor vehicle side, in fact, it has increased by 80% in the month of October. So I can tell you that yes, people responded, because they brought the report to me yesterday and I saw it. Almost about 80% increase compared to the previous month of October. So I can say yes, we thank God. But still we will continue with the solicitation that people should come out and see how they can renew their vehicle license and equally do the plate numbers of their own, either motorcycle or motor vehicles. The issue there is not the IGR, it's for the security. We want identity. If there is no identity management in the ownership of the motorcycle or vehicles, definitely the state will continue to be in trouble.
Okay, the last but not the least question. Are most states in the Federation been facing serious financial problems due to inadequate sources of revenue? How is the state grappling out of this predicament through the help of your agency?
Well, you see, when you talk of the economic problem, it's not only in Nigeria. It is this Ukraine war and this Israeli war. They are the one that causes all this economic issue. So we are not in isolation of it. We are equally considering that. That is why I have not talked about people selling tomato, people selling sugarcane and other things, because we know the economic issue is not a child play. But we are looking at an area where somebody is making money. So we are looking for his own contribution to the IGR. Well, in Katsina State, we can see, we are agrarian state. So under normal circumstances, an agrarian state shouldn't be part of those problem states, because no matter what, you must eat. But because of the insecurity in the state, I must confess to you that all is not well. But we believe, with the constant prayers now coming from people, we'll soon see the light at the end of the tunnel. That is our prayer.